Hey guys, it's your girl Damo, and this video is going to be all about toxic relationships, moving on, and just healing from these experiences that could have bruised us or caused us to feel less than in life. And it's an important part of life because everybody deals with them. Everybody has to overcome them, and it just makes us stronger because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So if you want to find out how I personally have healed from toxic relationships that I have dealt with, I'm going to be going back and forth between pretty much relationships with a significant other or a relationship with a friend. And I'm going to give an example of a relationship right now. It was a situationship that I was dealing with. And I'm bringing back Akon, guys. So pretty much in life, you got to read red signals, you got to read signs, and you got to really trust your intuition, because that feeling you feel in your gut is telling you something like, hey, something's wrong. Hey, don't do this. This ain't right. And that whole situation with Akon was intriguing. It was a roller coaster from the jump. And I was told by friends, and I was told by my mother, and I was told by so many people, like, hey, I don't think that person's for you, and I should have trusted them. But moving on from that now, because that's old news, cutting him off was not easy because soul ties are a thing, and it's real, guys. So you got to really be careful what you connect yourself with and who you really let into you and trust, because it could cause you to be downward spiraling and just stuck into a way of life that is just not healthy or meant for you. Because God wants the best for you, and smoking all day and becoming addicted to a way of life is not a healthy way to go. So cutting him off, I pretty much told him I wanted certain things, and he wasn't really. I was waiting and 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 waiting for those things to happen, and they weren't just they weren't happening, guys. They just weren't happening. So now I tell him, okay, so since you don't want to do these things, it's clipped, it's over, I'm not coming back. And it was like that for like maybe 3 months, back and forth. I was like, I'm over with you. I'll stop talking to for a week and I'll go back. And I feel like that's a part of the healing process. Like, you need to really distance yourself for a little bit and look at the person, analyze them, and see if they're supposed to be a part of your life or if they're a healthy addition to your life. Because any relationship in your life should be an addition. It should not be taking away from you. And I realized when I got out of my high and my drunk stupor that he was not healthy for me. With him, when I officially cut it off, it was December 28th. I told him, yo, don't text me again. I'll make sure that you can't contact me again because I don't want you in my life. You're not positive. You lie, and you just are not healthy to be around. And he didn't believe me because he thought like I was joking because of those previous months. So I just officially stopped texting him that day. He texted me New Year's. He texted me around Valentine's Day. He just kept calling me throughout January, February, and March. And then like middle of March, I was like, okay. When I got that last call, not even from his actual number, because I blocked his number that day. He was calling me from different numbers, guys. I said in that moment, okay, I think it's time to change my number. So I changed my number, and the calls finally stopped. It was like a breath of fresh air. Because why are you still calling me? I told you I don't want to talk to you again in December. And I haven't responded to your text or your calls from December. So why do you think in freaking April that I'm going to want to talk to you? Talking about how long it's going to go on. How long were you going to go on with the situationship? Let me know. Please let me know. Wait, I don't care. So now, with the friendship, it was just a lot of things. Like, if you feel you're not being valued by somebody, or you feel that they just don't really care about your well-being, or they're using you, you should let that go. Let it go. Let it go. So with her, it was like, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, my back was broken. It was through, and I was shocked and dismayed at how she was acting. Like, I believe you should never try to change yourself for people, to fit in with a group, fit in with a crowd, because if they don't truly care about you in your natural state and your natural being, then they are not meant to be in your life. It was just like, if I am the butt end of your joke and you feel that you are too good for me, then I'm gonna leave you right where you are. Because if you're too good for me, then you don't need to be around me. You don't need to be in my life. With her, I told her, like, oh, I didn't like how you treated me that day. I didn't like what you did. Another thing, communication is important, guys. Communication is key. Trust is key. And self-love is key. Because if you love yourself, you don't have to yearn and search for other people to care or love you, because you know you the bomb.com and you know that you're good on your own. Like, everybody needs everybody needs love, and everybody needs this, everybody needs that. But at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, then you're gonna lower your standards, and you're gonna lower your self-value by trying to fit into a paradigm and try to fit into a way of life for other people. And you're gonna lose touch with yourself. And I was at a point like that in my life. I was searching for love. I was searching for everything. And then November, I found that I was searching for God. But yeah, it's just, make sure y'all love yourselves, please. For me, make sure you speak positivity over your lives. Don't, when you put negativity out, that's exactly what comes back to you. Go about your day saying, oh, I love this about myself, I love that about myself. Like, find small things that you love about yourself, and then at the end of the day, if anybody tries to tell you otherwise, you won't tolerate it. But I got a little off track. But pretty much with her, I told her what I told her, and she was like, oh, if you leave me now, you can't come back into my life. And I was like, that's kind of the point. I don't want to be around you anymore, because I just realized a lot of things about you and I'm not liking them. So healing wise, I am just trying to be by myself, relationship wise, and just love myself, because I don't got time. Like, I don't got time for these niggas. And another thing, it's important to get to know someone for at least 4 to 6 months. No sex, guys, no sex. That's key as well. Like, just get to know them. Like, get to know the good qualities and the bad qualities. Weigh them out and see if you're willing to tolerate them, or if you're willing to just, like, grow with them in life. Because relationships are supposed to help you grow. They're supposed to better your life. They're supposed to pretty much just make you feel good about yourself. That's not even like a insecure way. Like, just make sure that the people you surround yourself with make you happy and give you joy. Because if they don't, that means that you're just down all the time, and who wants to be sad all the time? So pretty much, the healing wise, it takes time, guys. That breakup, it's okay. Johnny left you, or Samantha's gone, but guess what? There's something better out there for you, because that means that person wasn't meant for you. That friendship that you had for over a decade, or you have over for like a couple of years, you have mad memories together, it's okay. There is still life left. You're still young, and you're just going to find better people to be around you, and have better relationships. So just remember that self-love is key. Trust and communication are key. These are the keys of life. Use them to your best ability. Okay, guys, thanks for watching this little video about toxic relationships, moving on, and healing. I hope this helped. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more wholesome eating Wednesdays, self-care Saturdays, and storytime Sundays. Love your family, love your friends, but most importantly, love yourself. Okay, bye guys.